Your teenager's first year behind the wheel is almost 4 times more likely to end in a crash than yours is. 4 times. And I'm not just throwing that out there to scare you. Teen drivers crash at nearly 4 times the rate of drivers over 20, and car crashes are literally the #1 cause of death for American teens. And before you jump in with, "But my kid's a good driver," look, every single parent says that. The difference right now is there's a $30 piece of hardware that tells you the absolute truth about what happens the exact second they pull out of your driveway. Coming up, we're getting into which tracker costs less than a streaming subscription, which one they will absolutely never find, and the one mistake that turns these things into a $100 paperweight.
Plus, we're covering the exact one I'd put in my own kid's car, and Dean is absolutely going to fight me on it.
So my neighbor Dan, great guy, 2 kids. His daughter Riley just turned 16. She gets her license on a Tuesday and borrows his truck that Saturday to go to, quote, the library. Now, the library closes at 5, but at 9:30, Dan is standing on his porch, looking at his phone, watching a little blue dot drive right past the library, right past the town line, and onto a highway heading 40 minutes in the wrong direction. When Riley finally got home, he didn't even yell. He just held up his phone and said, "So, how was the library?" She turned bright red. That blue dot was a GPS tracker. And that conversation, the one where he already had the facts, went a whole lot differently than the one where he was just guessing. That's what these things actually buy you. It's not a spy camera. It is a shortcut to the truth. And look, I completely get the pushback here. People say you don't trust your kid. But it's not about trust. It's about that critical first year, when the part of their brain that judges risk isn't even fully wired yet. That doesn't happen until their mid-20s. You can trust them completely and still want a hard record of what's happening. So let's get right into our top 5. And hey, if you've never wrenched on a car in your life, do not worry. I'm gonna explain each one like you've never even seen an OBD port, because the setup is honestly the easiest part of this whole process. Number 1, and honestly the right answer for almost every family out there, Bouncie. It's about $90 for the hardware, and here is the number that actually matters, $8 to $10 a month. There's no contract and no activation fee. And this thing just plugs straight into the OBD port, which is right under the steering wheel beneath the dash. It's the exact same port a mechanic plugs their computer into. You plug it in, you drive around the block, and you're done. Under 2 minutes, 0 tools required. It updates the location every 15 seconds while the car is moving, so you get to watch that little blue dot in near real time. It flags speeding, hard braking, rapid acceleration, and if the car takes a hit, it detects the crash and pings you instantly.
But the feature I actually care about the most is the tamper alert. If Riley gets clever and unplugs the thing, you get notified the literal second it happens. That's the one piece that stops the whole tracking system from being a total joke.
And here is the part that beginner parents always seem to miss. You can set a geofence. You draw a digital circle around the high school or your house or grandma's place, and the app pings you the second the car crosses that line. It will even tell you the fuel level and the battery health of the car, so you can catch a dying battery way before your kid gets stranded in some random parking lot.
That fuel level alert has personally saved my own family more than once. Kids will absolutely drive on fumes and not say a single word until the gas light has been on for 2 solid days.
It's also got a lifetime warranty, as long as you keep that subscription going. Car and Driver even named it their best overall pick. It's the boring, correct answer. You plug it in, you forget about it, and you check the app. Boring is a massive compliment here. It just works.
And the math on this one is genuinely wild. Most trackers out there charge $20 to $25 a month. Bouncie is under 10, and it still manages to give you more features. You're paying less than a fast food combo for real-time eyes on your kid's car. Number 2 is the one I would absolutely use for the first 6 months. It's called MOTOsafety. It uses that same OBD plug, but this one isn't just about watching, it is about coaching. Right, it's the only tracker we found that has a built-in teen driving course, and it actually grades every single trip. Speed, hard braking, rapid acceleration, even what time of day they're out on the road. Then it hands you a weekly report card, an A through F scale. Here's the critical thing about new drivers. Those first 6 months are the single most dangerous stretch of their entire driving life. So if your kid just got their license this month, this is the device that actually makes them better behind the wheel. It's got curfew alerts too, so if they're out on the road after midnight, you know about it. And the stat that pushes me toward this one is that the highest risk window for a teen driver is the first 6 months after they get that license. Not year 2, not year 5, the first 6 months. The catch here is the price. It's about $25 a month. That is 3 times the cost of Bouncie. If your kid has been driving clean for a year, you are overpaying. But for that brand new first-year kid, that report card is worth every single dollar.
Think of it as a driving instructor that lives permanently inside the dash. You're not spying on them, you're grading their homework, and kids naturally respond to a grade. Nobody wants to come home with a D stuck to the refrigerator.
Knowing my kid, they'd hang the report card on the fridge just to prove me wrong.
And that, Dean, is the entire system working exactly as intended.
Quick heads up before we keep rolling. A little later on, we are covering the one major mistake that ruins these devices for most parents. It is completely free to fix, and almost nobody does it, so don't skip the end, because that is the part that saves you $100. All right, number 3 is for the parent who completely hates monthly subscriptions. Vinx Premium. You pay about $110 once a year. There is no monthly bill. That is it. And this right here is where I disagree with Dean, because no monthly fee is a little bit of a magic trick. The device itself is about $80, plus there's a $40 activation fee up front. So you're actually in for $120 before you track a single mile.
Fair point. But let's look at 3 years. Over 3 years, Vinx runs you about $330 total, while a $20 a month tracker runs you well over $700. The math is just the math, and you still get legitimate tracking, a driver score, geofencing, trip history, and even roadside assistance is baked right into that one flat price.
The trade-off you're making is speed. The default updates on Vinx are about a minute, sometimes up to 3 minutes delayed, so you are not getting that snappy 15-second near real-time view. For a parent who literally just wants to know the car safely made it to school and back, sure, it's fine. But for watching a live trip actually unfold, not my pick.
And that's exactly the point. Most parents do not need 3-second updates. They just need to know the car made it home. Vinx does exactly that for under $10 a month when you average it out.
Okay, here's where this gets really interesting, because the next 2 trackers we're looking at don't even plug into the car at all. And one of them is built specifically for the kid who has already figured out how to beat the first 3.
Yeah. If your kid has ever unplugged a tracker, or if you're dealing with something far more serious than just speeding, these next 2 completely change the game.
Number 4 is the LandAirSea 54. It's $30 for the device. It's this little waterproof puck with a heavy-duty magnet, and you just stick it right under the car. Inside a wheel well, up under the bumper, directly on the frame, it is completely invisible. You get 3-second location updates. That is the fastest thing we have mentioned so far. And because it's completely self-powered and waterproof, it really doesn't care what car it's on or how old that car is. Any vehicle, any model year.
The honest part, though, you get 0 driving behavior data with this. No hard braking reports, absolutely no report card. It is strictly location and speed, period. And the data plan runs about $15 to $20 a month. So this is for one very specific situation.
Right. If you have reached the point where you need to track the car and absolutely not have the kid know about it, you are well past the coaching stage. This is the I found the tracker unplugged sitting in the glove box.
Which, by the way, is the universal sign that you needed the hidden tracker to begin with.
The glove box is exactly where trust goes to die, Marcus. Number 5 is my personal pick, the SpaceHawk GPS. It's $50 for the device, $20 a month, and it updates every 3 seconds. 3 seconds. That is as close to live as you are ever going to get.
And the app drops straight onto Google Maps, so there is 0 learning curve for the parents. It's waterproof, survives rain and car washes, and it has the exact same magnetic mount deal as the LandAirSea.
It has the exact same catch, too. There's no driving behavior data beyond location and speed. So it really is the enthusiast's choice. It's the absolute sharpest live picture money can buy, but you are paying $20 a month, which is over $700 across a 3-year span.
Which is exactly why it sits at number 5 and not number 1. If you just want to see where the car is right this second, this is the cleanest view on the list. But if you want actual value, go right back to Bouncie.
All right, let's look at section 1, the 4 crucial mistakes, or how to turn your tracker into a $100 paperweight. These are the exact mistakes that ruin every single one of these trackers. Starting with the biggest one, talk first, track second. Every single parent who just slaps a tracker in the car with no conversation ends up with a furious 16-year-old. The fix is completely free. Set them down and tell them straight up. Here's the deal. You drive clean, this thing comes out in 12 months.
Make it a contract, not a surprise. Kids actually accept rules when they know they exist and have a clear end date. The surprise is what feels like spying.
The second mistake is relying on a phone app like Life 360. A kid can just turn their phone off or leave it sitting in a locker. A tracker that is hardwired to the car cannot be left at school.
Third mistake, checking the app obsessively. You will absolutely drive yourself insane. Set the speed alerts, set the geofence, and then just close the app.
And lastly, it is not a punishment tool. It is a safety net, not a leash. Pull it out once they've earned it, and you get to keep both the relationship and the safety.
So here is my final call for almost everyone watching right now. Bouncie. $90,
Under 10 a month, you get the tamper alert, 15-second updates, and a lifetime warranty. It is the best value on the list, full stop.
My call is different, and that's perfectly fine. If your kid just got their license this month, spend the $25 a month on MOTOsafety for the first 6 to 12 months. That report card genuinely changes how they drive. Then switch over to Bouncie once they've proven themselves and pocket the monthly savings.
And if you've got a kid who already beat a visible tracker, throw the LandAirSea 54 under the car. $30, 3-second updates, and they will absolutely never know it's there. Whatever you end up picking, just pick something. Because the first year is the one where the data matters the most, and it's the one year you literally can't rewind. So what's your plan to protect their first year on the road?